Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. So in today's video we are going to be discussing the physical appearance and health of Virgo. I'm kind of excited for this because I have a Virgo rising, and I don't know, I guess we all get a little bit overexcited and looking forward to whenever, well, we talk about ourselves. Am I the only one? It's gonna be fun regardless, and if it is a little bit longer than my other videos, then yes, I'm biased. Sorry. You can watch this video if you do have a Virgo rising, a Virgo sun, or a Virgo moon, or if you happen to have a lot of Virgo within your chart. However, it is predominantly for those who do have a Virgo rising. Before we get into this, a couple of things. Firstly, read the description for this video because that will clear up any possible questions you might have when it comes to physical appearance or health within astrology. Secondly, I want to make it clear that astrologers take other things into consideration when it does come to physical appearance. Right, so Virgo. Virgo is ruled by Mercury, and if you do have a Virgo rising, then it means that Mercury is your chart ruler. Virgo is an earth sign and it is mutable energy. It's also symbolized by the Virgin or the Maiden. Lastly, Virgo rules the digestive system, the intestines, the nervous system, as well as the spleen. What I will be doing then is I will be describing the physical appearance of Virgo, and then I will show you a Virgo rising female and a Virgo rising male. That way you can see if whatever I describe fits the bill. Virgo risings. Great way to spot a Virgo rising. There might be this slight nervousness or a shyness. Most likely than not as well, they're going to be very well mannered. Just quite cultivated and polite. And it is possible to hear a Virgo rising constantly saying sorry. It's just this very gracious manner with the Virgos, and they tend to possess a quiet type of beauty. Their physical appearance is usually very neat and kept as the very image that they project. They do tend to think of themselves as more orderly and efficient than other people. To project this image of this easygoing bohemian, I think this comes from the fact that they're earth signs, but yet they're mutable signs. So it's as though they're trying to just go with the flow and be like, yeah, I'm so one with nature, man. But yet earth is together and it's solid, so it's as though they're trying to keep it together. Usually Virgo risings, they have a very youthful appearance as they tend to seem younger than their very years. I go to dance events a lot, and I'm 25 years old. I'll have people, now these people at these events will be probably around about, I'd say 19 to 23. A lot of people ask me, how old are you? And I'll ask them to guess actually. And the main age I'd get would be about 21. Some people even said 18. I was like, whoa. And then when I tell them I'm 25, it's like, no way, no way, no way. You might also find that they blush very, very easily. The blushing most often comes from them being embarrassed by being singled out. You'll just find a Virgo rising just sitting there. You know, they'll get their mirror out and they're like, this is what I do quite often actually, when no one's looking. So when no one's looking, the mirror comes out and they're like, yeah, I don't even like it when other people can see me putting on my lipstick or my makeup. I don't know, I just don't like it. I can't have people watching me whenever I'm trying to improve myself. What I do find interesting about Virgo risings is the need to count things. I don't know if I'm the only one who does this, but if I'm just sitting there, what I'll do is I'll just, you know, try to find patterns in things, and I'll start like counting. For example, there was one time when I was younger and I was quite sick and I was getting sent home from school, but my mum was going to take forever to pick me up. So what I did was I sat on these sofas and I literally counted every single car that went past. I wonder how many cars go past whilst I'm sitting here until my mum gets here. Let's do that. Do other Virgo risings do this? Do other Virgos do this even? Let me know. What I think is important to bring to your attention though is the difference between a Gemini rising and a Virgo rising, because both are ruled by Mercury. Yes, okay, both are mutable, but Virgo is the earthy one, whilst Gemini is the air one. With Virgos, they might require more of a black and white answer, yet they're still very open and flexible at the same time. Because of this, I do think that Virgos tend to doubt themselves a little bit more, because they want things to be more solid, whilst the Geminis, they're just flying along. They could not care less if they are wrong about something. You might see a much more reserved character within the Virgo rising in comparison to the Gemini rising. This is because they tend to think a little bit too much about wanting whatever it is to make sense. Physically speaking, Virgos people, they might tend to look very discreet and serious, whilst also elegant and preppy. And when it does come to how they walk, they might possess quite a curious and awkward walk, because they try to walk quite measured. I remember one of my very first crushes in high school. He said to me once, "Hannah, I've seen you walking up and down the hallways, but yet you walk straight and then you go like this and then you go like this." I think it's because I knew he was behind me, and so I was thinking too much about keep it, walk well, you gotta look good for this guy, you like him. But because I was just thinking too much about it, I ended up just walking into things. Right, so let's get stuck into these features. Virgos, they tend to have a very classic look about them. They'll have usually very high foreheads, straight noses with a slight hook at the tip, and very defined jaw lines. Features are usually quite small, regular, and defined, often towards quite a feminine delicacy. And with the eyes are usually soft. The eyes can be more like an almond shape, and they'll look very bright, quite clear, yet with a gentle and direct expression. Their lips as well will be curvy and well-shaped. The complexion of these natives as well tends to be quite fair, clear, and rather good, but the skin will be extremely sensitive. I struggled for the longest time, let me tell you, with my skin. My skin is super sensitive. You know how you have these face care, skincare routines? They have so many things that they put on their face to keep their face clean. I cannot use half of these things. The hair might be light or dark, but often it has a mixture of shades. It can even give this effect of it being highlighted. Key word here for Virgo risings really is refinement and, well, an earthy simplicity. The limbs and the overall body structure is very well proportioned, and the shape may be somewhat angular, and like I said, refined. They might be tall and quite straight, or they might be of an average height. I myself, I'm 5'7", and I would consider that to be relatively taller than a lot of, than the norm, I think. But with those women, let me tell you, the women are prone to having quite long legs. They have like a shorter torso, longer legs. Right, so moving on to the Virgo rising female and the Virgo rising male. For the Virgo rising female, we're going to be looking at Uma Thurman. She has a Virgo rising, a Taurus sun, and an Aquarius moon.
Uma Thurman, she is so kick-ass. Have you ever seen Kill Bill? Love her in that movie. Anyway, first off, I know you can't see her legs, but she has some pretty long legs. Also, classy. Such a classy looking woman. And those eyes, the eyes are almond shaped, they're quite bright, yet smaller, and still softer, more on the softer side. And those features overall, that refinement, her complexion as well, it's very pale. Such a light pale complexion. Then of course you can also notice how angular everything really is. The nose is angular, the lips, the jaw, the eyebrows.
Now on to the Virgo rising male. Let's look at Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs has the Virgo rising, a Pisces sun, and an Aries moon.
Steve Jobs. Okay, first off, the eyebrows. It just screams Aries to me, really. That Aries moon. The nose. The nose has that hook, for sure. Everything is more refined. Everything is much smaller. He has a higher forehead. It all just comes together in this angular motion that goes inward, and it almost just sets into place. Of course, that complexion, more on the paler, lighter side, plus the eyes, a lot of expression in those eyes, be it They're softer and they're smaller, almond shaped.
Moving on to Virgo health. Something I would like you guys to keep in mind is that Virgo is the sign that symbolizes health. Most of the time, Virgos do look very healthy and strong. Plus, Virgos tend to be strong enough to bear working for long periods of time without even feeling it. But this is something they gotta be aware of, okay? Because they can overwork themselves. Normally, Virgo is quite health conscious and makes an effort to stay physically fit. They might even become quite picky eaters or food faddists, though they must be aware that careless eating patterns, okay, it can lead to potential health problems. They need to be sure that they are eating enough. Eating enough to go with the appropriate lifestyle. Bloating can be a huge thing here. I can definitely agree with this one. After all, Virgo does rule the digestive system, and so because of this, any food allergies or intolerances will upset that stomach and cause major bloating. I think this is why Virgo's world is very subject to microscopic analysis, which can lead then to worry and to ill health. You see, since Virgos do have quite a nervous and quite a compulsive nature, they might have this tendency to keep on analysing everything around them, including their health. So with this, they might worry whenever they don't even need to worry. And what will happen is they will grow even more anxious, which can potentially become the cause of possible psychosomatic disorders. The hypochondriacs of the zodiac. Nevertheless, though, in the long run, they are one of the signs that are most unlikely to experience health problems thanks to their carefulness. Now, if you do happen to have Virgo ruling your 6th house cusp, you might be highly prone to nervous system problems and digestive problems. You might also stress a lot due to worrying so much. I would also like to add that if you do happen to have a Virgo rising, this means that you have Aquarius on your 6th house cusp. I use the whole sign system within my chart readings, so if you don't use that system, it's completely fine. But regardless, if you do have Aquarius in the 6th house, you can be more prone to ankle problems. You might also experience circulatory issues or cardiovascular system issues because Aquarius also rules the circulatory system, providing the whole flow of blood throughout the body. How interesting here, right? That Leo, okay, Leo, the opposite sign of Aquarius, rules the heart. And it's the heart that is the very muscle that pumps the blood and keeps it moving around the body. So for these people, it's really important that they learn how to remain calm and not to stress so much. Hannah, stop stressing so much. Lastly, guys, if you do happen to have Mercury within your 6th house, possible health problems might be connected to the nerves, to excessive worrying, or to too much activity or too little rest. Therefore, things such as yoga, relaxation techniques, meditation, things like this can just help these people to, just to relax a little bit more. So Virgo, you are quite health conscious. But please, Virgo, try not to worry yourself sick. Because whenever things do go wrong, you might have a tendency to turn trouble into yourselves. And the problem can instantly be reflected physically. And I know you might sometimes tend to be hypochondriacs, but really, if you're eating well, you're eating enough, you're keeping both your body and your mind in a good way, then Virgo, then you are very much on the right track. Okay guys, so that concludes my video on the physical appearance and health of Virgo. Thank you kindly to my current subscribers for of course subscribing to my channel. It's good to have you learning with us. And furthermore, if you would like to see more videos from me and you have not yet clicked the subscribe button, then go right ahead. And I will be back with another video very, very soon. Bye!